Greetings, everyone. Tommy Hawksblood here. I want a flash bulletin. I got Tina on the other side over there, the co-host. She wants to show you something. Okay, Tina, show them your thing. That's a Geiger counter.
I just switched on to test it. Talking to Tommy a minute ago, and I put it near my head. Oh, it was going off a minute ago. Isn't that crazy, Tommy?
I swear, she just had it on. It was blinking and blinking. It moved both sides of her head. I told you we should have went live. That's why I didn't want you to do it then. They knew you were watching, so they turned it off. Well, she goes on and off with radiation, which is really bizarre.
On there. That's crazy.
We'll try it a little bit later.
It's How can that be, Tommy?
Everything's not possible. So we're in a delusionary world right now. All right, let's get into it. There's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of important stuff, and most people don't know anything about any of it. So please, I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not pulling it out of my hat. I have a lot of witnesses involved with this. I have a friend, not a good friend, but he does a site online. He shows the earthquakes. He shows the charts of it, how it affects the planet, the rings of the earthquakes and all that every day. And he's been putting some really important videos up over the past couple months. And it has to do with these energy beams that are going across and hitting California. And one actually went across and hit Colorado. And now they have the giant fire burning. It's one of the worst fires they ever had there right now. So he shows it. He shows it online because he went up to Google Fire and stuff, and they show you that the flames instantly got hotter when they hit him with these energy beams. So there's been 3 that he filmed and put them online in the past couple months. You need to check it out. He's as real as it gets. His life. What was that? Now this computer's doing that. The government is scanning this computer, just so you know, everybody. This computer didn't do it last week. That's why I'm not using
radiation from my Geiger counter.
Somebody's playing, Tina. Look, my other computer did that. And I switched over to this because this didn't do what it just did. And now this is doing it. And by law, you know, when they tap into something, they have to let you know somehow every certain amount of time. Well, and I think that's what it has to do with.
Look,
but
Tina,
what does it say?
It's 16 or 20. It's gone down to every time closer to my body, it goes up.
All right, people. Let's
and then
give it a break. We'll try it in a little while.
It's going off again. I'll take it away from my body,
Tina,
closer to the computer, and it
come
goes
back. We'll try it later.
Ooh.
All right. So now I want everybody to go on to the Google Earth and go to the
I think Tommy was going to say something about the third phase of the moon, but he's frozen there for a while. But his link's still going at the bottom, so we know he's there. He's just frozen and he's having a few technical issues with his computer.
Oh, hold on.
So while Tommy's sorting himself out,
I'm back.
He's back.
All right, and I'm saying this for real. The government's probably harassing me on this show. Because the information I want to give out is so important, and you need to listen. All right, never mind those waves that are hitting California and the West Coast have been recorded, and there's even a light beam that came out of one of them. So now, on top of that, the space shuttle was hit with a red beam. There's a friend of mine who films a lot of UFOs and ships in the sky. He says it's an anomaly. I don't know if I'd call it an anomaly. And I don't know the actual facts of what the spaceship actually felt, saw, or when it hit it, what they actually went through. But this is really screwing my computer up right now, whatever's happening. So please hang with me today. We'll probably only be doing an hour. Everybody in the chat room, greetings. Alaska had the worst earthquakes ever. And I prophesied that 3 months ago. They had started with a 7.5 and they had multiple big ones for half of the day now. So something's going on, serious there. That was the biggest one they ever had, and I'd say all that I know as far as history goes. I've been keeping track of the earthquake charts from the 1900s. Now, something's screwy right now. This is bizarre. Oh, well, Spectrum went out this morning. I think the government of China is already playing with us. I hate to say it. My partner was saying her phone wasn't working right. So we'll see. I hope I can do the show and not get completely cut off. All right, that's one thing. Now these light beams, I went out, I got everybody in the neighborhood, all my friends around here, they're all going out and seeing this light ship above us. They're seeing these all different kinds of ships, balls of light, everything. Another person I can't get into detail about sent me a whole bunch of pictures of these giant orbs and all these beams and everything coming out around the house last night. Last night, something went down, including that earthquake. So something dramatic, I said it past couple of weeks, something dramatic is going to crash before the election, and it started. But all these light flashes, all these things that people are seeing. I didn't get to go out. I was kind of going through some stuff. I was in bed. I didn't move. I was in pain and all kinds of things. So I didn't go outside. But the two people I talked to, the one person sent me a whole bunch of pictures. Somebody else called them up and said that they have a whole bunch of lights around the house. They don't know what it is. Something super active right now. All right. I want people to be aware that Trump's saying a whole bunch of things now, and everybody's attacking everybody. Everybody I know is in a depressed state. I can give you numbers, which is mind-boggling. And just to show you how corrupt our country is compared to what's going on in reality, these are numbers. And I mean, it might not actually relate to UFOs, but in a way it does. All right. Because they're not going to say how many people were abducted in a year. That number they won't give anybody. But suicide is 48,000 now. Homicide is 18,900. Last year, 22,000 died of the flu. But in 2018, 61,000 died of the flu. Right now, with the flu, 43,000 people died. And now the virus is 218,000. But here's a couple other numbers you need to relate to. Drinking, 88,000 people died. 620,000 men, 26,000 women. All right. The tobacco, 201,000 deaths of tobacco problems. And guess what? Nobody died of marijuana. You think a government that allows drinking and smoking and they outlawed marijuana, don't you think something's totally wrong with that number and the numbers? Did you hear the numbers I said? I hope you did. You want me to repeat them in case you didn't hear me? Well, we got a serious problem with deaths and disappearing people. Now, the number of people go missing in parks, nobody talks about it. There's a couple books out there where they tried to find the facts and tried to get the facts out there, how many people go missing, and they go disappearing in a short period of time. Parents get out of the car, they walk over to the tent, they walk inside, come out, and the child's gone. And they check, and he's gone.
I think I've read it, I've seen the book, and I think I've seen the thing on telly. He's had a few episodes, like documentaries. At the 411, the missing.
Well,
God, what's his name? Is it?
There's two books out right now that are really important on that idea, and that's what's happening with that.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no proof. Parks don't have to list how many people disappeared within it.
But parks are run by the government, aren't they? So if it's a government agency running something,
Trump is trying to close everything down. He's taking away a lot of stuff. And I mean, I just downloaded. He actually stopped like 28 programs, all pertaining to animals, farm, the weather.
David Politis, is that him?
That's one of the guys.
Yeah, doing the 411 documentary, missing. Yeah, I have seen that.
So
very good.
Okay. Now the waves of here in Hawaii, they've been spraying the skies all week long with chemtrails. I mean, and I look up every morning. I mean, they look incredible. The patterns they make and and all the things, but we know how dangerous it is. At least I do. Now, to say it's not real, I'm sorry. I guess you shouldn't listen. If you don't want the truth, don't listen. I mean, there's many places you could hear stories. If you want to just hear fairyland tales, how beautiful everything is, and how everybody's praying and the world's going to become a better place. Now, I mean, cut in anytime you want, Gina, because I want to get into something now.
Go on.
There's
Carry
two
on.
sides. There's two sides of this whole UFO world now, and I don't think people in the UFO world understand that, or they're bypassing it or downplaying it and trying to erase it out of their mind. Ever since they created the word, what's the word? Experiencer. Make crooked eye. I'm gonna keep everything's backwards. All right, they use the word experiencer, and they try to make everything sound good. But here's the serious thing: all they're talking about is what the government's doing, and what they did, what they
But the
supposedly
government
did.
isn't doing anything that they should be doing. They're not making steps towards disclosure. They're not telling the people about what's going on. What exactly is the government doing?
Well, no, what they are doing is building weapons and traveling into space. That they are doing. And that is what we should know, not that there's ships over our planet. That disclosure, which they're trying to prove, is useless, people. I send you a PDF file. It's a book. It's about 200 pages. If you want to see a UFO, text me and I'll send it to you. And I guarantee if you read it and do what I say, you'll see a UFO within a week or two. It's that simple. But on the other hand, what they're doing, all the money from the United States goes into the space program. And now that they're trying to say that nobody's going to admit what really went down yet about this beam hitting the space shuttle, and who knows? Are we talking to anybody up there? Are they saying, well, we were hit with a red beam and what happened? They're not saying anything about it.
So where did the red beam come from? Outer space or from the planet? Where did it come from?
They're saying a ship shot at it.
Wow.
So, but now...
Well, UFO ship.
We're not going to hear much of the truth. You never hear the truth anyway. Do we know what happened at 9/11 yet? No. So you'd think they're going to tell us. But like what you were saying, they're not doing anything beneficial to the human race. But here's what I was trying to get to. There's two parts to the UFO world. What the government's doing and what the aliens are doing. Nobody... Greetings, everybody. Hey, how you doing? You want to come on? You can. Greetings. Everybody is like in La La Land, but they don't want to talk about what's going on in the UFO world to people.
Nobody wants to talk about anything that's going on in the UFO world unless they can make some money out of it, or they can try and discredit someone's genuine story. The government are looking into UFOs purely now on a military side, but everybody in the UFO
we got a guest
world,
coming in. Hold on.
So they exist. Are looking into UFOs purely now on a military side, but everybody
there. Guest coming in. Hold on.
So they exist.
Greetings.
Howdy.
Are looking into UFOs purely now on a military side, but everybody
there. You want to turn up the mic so we don't hear it? Thank you. So the trouble is happening right now. The mic so we don't hear it. Thank you. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. Now, what I was going to say, let's deal with the problem of abduction. Nobody's talking about that in any detail. It sounds like you got rid of it, John.
How do I get the microphone on? Let me get my phone.
Wow. I know if you had a headset, you wouldn't have that problem, but
we can hear and see you fine.
We can hear and see you at least.
Like you can't see me.
Well, you can put it on when you're talking and just shut it off after you finish talking. But what I was trying to say is the numbers of people that are involved with abduction, nobody's reporting on it, keeping track of it, or even care about it right now. I mean, and then people that get abducted, I listened to an organization yesterday, and I wrote him a super long letter. And what he's claiming, did I write it down on this piece of paper? Ray Rodriguez or something. It's a consciousness abductee kind of thing, group of people, organization, and everything else. And they got all these doctors, lawyers, and high-tech people involved with it. and they're talking about all these things like consciousness and how it relates to remote viewing and how that relates to aliens and how death remote, and they're trying to link everything together.
So what I mean, they still haven't discovered the purpose for abduction. From my point of view, seeing it and experiencing it firsthand, abduction is either a scientific project for them. They are collecting DNA samples. They're collecting blood samples. You know, they're treating us like we would treat like pandas that were going extinct. They're using our DNA. They're taking eggs. They're taking sperm. They're taking children. You know, and for what purpose? You know, is it to blend us with them? Is it to make them better? We obviously have something that they don't. So, you know, no one's answering these simple questions.
Yours, wherever you are, here, around the world, universe, galaxy. Not working good. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get somebody else wants to come on. Today is considered by the UFO people as a meditation day. They're calling it the harmonic convergence, and I'm calling it the moranic disturbance. All right. We're going to try to meditate today to call down all the good ships to surround the planet. All right. Sasha, the only way I can get it to you is if I send it to you on Skype. I just sent it to you. Okay, you got the message. Okay. You should have got it. So we got serious things happening. What they're doing with these beams, these alternate power beams, and they're hitting the West Coast with, are dangerous to the max. Nobody's talking about it.
What would John like to say as he's joined the show?
Yeah, John. Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything organized here.
Let's introduce John, and we can ask him a few questions. So, John, do you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
John, can you hear us now? We can't hear you now.
Can't hear you.
And here comes Sasha. Hold on, let me bring him on.
Hello, everyone.
Greetings.
Hello,
How are you
Sasha.
today?
Pretty good. I was wanting to come on, but there was no way for me to do it without the
I'm
link.
sorry.
So.
This computer is going crazy now, and like I said, I'm sure the government's playing with it right now because Spectrum had problems this morning. My computer was down all night, and then my partner was saying she was having trouble dialing on the phone. I mean, I got AT&T for my phone, and I got Singular for my internet, so I had problems with both of them. But did you hear the beginning of this already, Sasha?
Yeah, somewhat. I've been listening for about 10 minutes.
All right, this whole thing with these beam waves, danger power beam waves that they're hitting the West Coast with, starting the fires and making them burn hotter. And I hate to say it, it has to be our government. It's not China and it's not Russia. If you watch the waves, I mean, I could be wrong, but the way they were coming in, one of them was coming like across the United States, and one came and stopped dead short at the end of California. So wherever these beams are being shot from, or whoever's shooting them, and I'm sure it has something to do with the HAARP system. But the pictures are on the site. I don't know his name, but if you go into the geothermal site, the actual one, you can see what's going on in the Ring of Fire. It has never been this bad in Alaska, ever.
I've just seen John's have a comment about Yellowstone.
Oh, where is it? It's getting feedback on two screens, right? Okay. If you can talk again, you come on. But here's the thing. I'm dealing with so many people in different parts of the United States and listening to what's going on all sides of it. We're in trouble. You got your mic muted. If you want to say something, you can just take yourself off, fine. But we each have to realize we're an active role in this planet. Oh, he dropped off. Maybe he's going to try to get back in. So we need to be involved. We need to get people involved. We need to get people to understand something. I mean, instead of having zombies walk around not thinking anything's going on or everything's going to be okay, Look at the world right now. I read you the numbers. Those numbers aren't good. At any cost, we should be stopping them and changing them.
Yeah.
Marijuana and liquor, the highest numbers. That's crazy. And marijuana didn't kill nobody. And they're giving it such a hard time to make it legal. But they're talking about legalizing cactus, peyote, which is not a good thing. I mean, hallucinating drugs are not safe for people to drive around in a car. And they're not safe for people to walk around on the street with. I mean, if you're going to stay in a room and locked up and everything, it's okay. But I would say to people, if you think legalizing ayahuasca is a good thing, no, it's not. Those people hallucinate for 2 or 3 days. I mean, you can get your experiences and all that stuff through it, but you can't walk the streets. You can't drive a car. And you shouldn't even think about trying to. You'll be driving a car and ships will be flying at you, demons will be popping out of the street. You'll be in a serious place. You'll be walking and driving into a dimension that you don't deserve to be in or shouldn't be in.
Right.
So, but I'm just looking at these numbers. I'm just finding out things from other people right now. Now, the election's in 2 weeks. I think the whole vibration of the planet will shift. And I'm not going to say who or how. The latest information, the world's at the highest level it can be attained, and now it's going to take a while for the planet to adjust to it. Well, that's like saying we have to get rid of 7.2 billion people before that's going to happen.
Well, just lost, is it 4 million people now got COVID
Well,
around the world?
the total that died is 218,000. So
In
that's a lot of
America.
people. Yeah, so we got a problem. So, well, where we're going to go with any of this information, Trump's pushing that we don't need to wear masks, and everybody's fighting over it, and people agree with him now.
But it's not that this COVID-19, they've cut the world's population off from each other. And
Wow, this is
they're
weird. Now, she's
they're
stuck.
changing humanity. I mean, they're stopping the use of money because of the COVID-19. They're stopping face-to-face meetings and socializing for people. So they're cutting human beings off from each other in more ways than one. And if and when we do recover from this COVID-19, society will look different.
Yeah. I'm just curious in regards to Yellowstone, is it unusual for them to close it early?
Trump's trying to close all the parks down. I lost John. He was there for a second.
But with Yellowstone, I did hear in England a little while ago, about a year ago, they're saying as a science program, I'm saying that Yellowstone summit, or the top in the park it's in, is risen by about it was started off at inches and then went to feet, but now it's apparently risen about 10 or 15 feet, probably a bit more above where it normally sits. So they said that, like, the magma cavities is swelling and getting larger. But if Yellowstone goes, then you're going to lose a quarter of the United States. But your president, Mr. Trump, has made provisions with other countries to take American citizens in case that's happened, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, we're having a lot of problems. Something's attacking everything on my site right now.
It's not my radiation getting to you, is it?
Well, let's put that thing on your head right now. See where you're at.
Hold on. I'm trying to get it done. Oh, it's the sea. Can you see that going up?
I can barely read it. What's it say? I can't even read it.
It says 13, 18, 16 microteslas. So that's radiation. That's points of radiation. When I take it away from my head, it goes down. When I put it close to my head and up to my head, it goes up.
Yeah.
Put it by your heart. Put it by your heart.
No, just coming up top of my head there.
Tina, put it by your heart.
Nothing. Oh, no, it's going down. Every time I go up to my head, it goes up here.
See, radiation travels, and for it just to stay in your head. Oh, there it goes. It's going up now.
Yeah, it's beeping away.
My brother's a chemist.
That's a lethal dose, but it's coming out of my head.
I just talked to my brother yesterday. He says that's impossible. All right, scientists out there, if you watch this show, think about it. Her radiation's going up and down, and she's not flying in a plane. She's not in a car. She's sitting in front of her computer.
Right.
Nothing's moving. She's sitting in one chair. She's not traveling around the house. Look at the beeping now. It was like that when we first started. It stopped. Now it started again.
So take it away, it goes to 0.
Yeah.
Put it on my head.
Oh, put it back to the screen. Move it over, just a little bit so we can see it.
It stops
Go
near the
ahead,
computer. I want to put it close to my head.
Okay.
It starts.
Something's going on. Nobody will tell. Nobody.
34.
Now it stopped again.
No, it's still going. See?
It's going. Radiation, people. I don't know if you know it. It sticks around for
It shouldn't be emitting radiation.
She shouldn't be emitting any. And the other thing is, it sticks around for 100 years. And it's not going to go up and down like it's happening right now. And you're seeing it live. Look at that.
Well,
See
yeah,
how-
usually the radiation isotopes have a half-life of 50 to 100 years.
Put it directly on your third eye.
It's here. Side of my head. It's coming out of there.
Was it still beeping?
Yeah.
You're freezing. I'm freezing.
I wonder maybe where you're pointing at is the softest point of the skull.
Well, she put it under her arm and she got it. Put it under your arm right now.
Oh, 44.
Yeah, hear it going off.
Yeah.
So it's emitting through your body. Tina, I don't think there's anybody on this planet that can help you other than your friends, and they're not really your friends.
I got my friend.
Serious people. He's going through a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
That's a danger. When it beeps, that means it's a dangerous reading. I've got dangerous radiation coming up my head.
she's been
That's
going
bad,
through a lot
isn't
of physical problems because of it, and it's all the signs of radiation poisoning that she has.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy, and she's still alive, which is the best part and most important part of it all.
I should be
If anybody else was
micro
doing that, I don't
Tesla
think they'd be walking around the
radiation.
street too much.
See,
Now
look,
it's back down
micro
to 0.
Teslas. There's a Geiger counter.
Yeah.
Micro Teslas.
I'm thinking about buying a Geiger counter because I got to see if anything's affecting us. You're sending it out to people. Who knows?
Look at that.
Do you think about that, Sasha? You think it could be
What again?
that the radiation could be coming to us through the computer?
I'm
Waves.
not. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so.
Not through scientific knowledge can it do that. But what it's doing right now is impossible. Radiation can't come and go within 5 minutes and then come back and then go and come back. So something dramatic.
My assumption is obviously I don't know, but I'm just assuming that whatever aliens are dealing with you, Tina, they are in constant surveillance of you.
Well, she knows that.
I'm not telling anybody. They can
Well,
bugger off.
let me just say this. She knows that. She actually had her boyfriend cut an implant out of her butt. She knows she gets them. Well, whether she gets them all out.
See? Hold on. There's a scar down there. I've had it out there. See it? And I've got another one.
We see it.
Okay.
Further up, but
we know they keep track of it. They can't lose her because they got her children up on a spaceship. So yeah, they lose her.
Could they have low dosed radiation you in order to track you? Could that be one of their methods of tracking?
There could be. One day, if I wipe my skin, you'll be able to see it. One day, I woke up with. Oh, if I stand up, you'll be able to see him. Where's the camera?
Well, CERN is a serious problem.
See these 3 dots on my wrist? Just up from here, these 3 dots. I'm terrible with this camera. I wake up, there's markings on my arm here that seem to grow through my skin.
What, Sasha?
Tommy, can you remove the John Bryant's banner that you've got in front of you?
I don't know how. I don't even know how it got there. I've been trying to play with that. I mean, he dropped off again, but I can't get rid of that.
Yeah, my dog's sick as well, John. my dog went to the vet, says he'd been sick and he's still sick. And we had blood tests done, and it said that there's something wrong with his blood, and it's caused by exposure to radiation. So yeah, my dog is sick.
Okay. So John is here. He's just in chat.
I can't get
John,
rid of it. I
take
wish
the
I
sign
could.
down, John. How did he get it on there?
I don't know how it got there. I didn't put it there. And I tried everything. Oh man, having issues. They won't answer it right now. I know that. But yeah, it's right smack in the middle of the way, and I can't move it. Can't slide it down.
I'll stop beeping. Oh no, 9, 10.
I'm sorry about that, people. I wish I could.
Well, yeah, the numbers are fluctuating every time you move it there.
Oh, that's what keep getting headaches right there.
That's interesting, huh?
I'm gonna just shut everybody down for 2 seconds. Just hold on. That never happened before. I never saw that stupid screen pop up there.
I don't know how it's got there.
You can keep talking, Tina.
So what Tommy and Sasha were saying, going back, is about the place where the humanity is at the moment, where we're going to, and what the government seems to be doing for the human race at the moment. That seems nothing unless it includes
because I'm just still trying to get rid of
the space race. You could just delete. Can you delete the comments? Perhaps deleting the comments back might help you remove that.
Oh man, this is.
Tommy's experiencing difficulties. Well, on another note about abduction, we need more people to come forward and tell their stories when it's right and safe for them to do so. And we can look at abduction more and more intently and ask more questions. So many people like us will come forward with the same stories. This thing is happening. It's the same occurrence that is happening to the human race, and we need to know to what ends or what means, or is it going to come back and bite the bum in the human race in the bum? They need to look at things harder and see what they can release and tell the public, because this is at a point of a crisis point of them coming into our planet, and whether they say they're looking out for our planet or for us, then that's for all the human race to hear, and not a select committee of people to hear that. I think information like that should be available to the whole of the human race and not just a few
going
people.
On. The show's turning into a night.
So with that, I was going to hang it back to Tommy, but I'll talk for a little bit longer. So Tommy's got a new computer, as we've been experiencing some difficulties with transmitting in the past, and it seems that we're still having the same transmission issues, but a bit more upscale this time. And so as our show rolls on and the night will roll on, I'm just babbling now. Anyone in the world of ufology should be going to UFO clubs. They have clubs, meetings, clubhouses, or you can go to groups. Look online to see if you can find your nearest group. Perhaps you know somebody's interested and you want to make your own group. Here in Southampton, we have the Hampshire UFO group, and that's run by Ian Bentley in Twyford. And he holds his meetings at the Queen Head in the Queen's Head in Hampshire.
Sorry, people, this isn't working out. Tina, you got no other time that you can do a show, can you?
Not tonight.
Not tonight, but you want to try later on in the week, maybe?
No. Perhaps near a Friday. I'll message you near a Friday because I'm working tomorrow.
This is crazy. I mean, I never had this many problems in one time.
Well, I'll blow my little Geiger counter. See, look.
Yeah, people,
yeah,
look.
there it goes.
Well, you just witnessed something that's not possible. All right.
0.4, 0.5.
Yeah, it's going off danger zone. So she's having a weird thing going on.
I can't stop it. This is it. I've been exposed to my own radiation. I don't know where I'm getting it from.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
I wonder. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it's their way of tracking all the people. That
I believe it has to be something to do with them. Because last
Put it away
night,
from my head and
a
it's going
person sent me
down.
incredible. I didn't finish this, but I'll say it before our time runs out anyway. Incredible
cool.
pictures of all these light beings, light ships around the house. Somebody else had it going on in their house as well. I was in bed. I should have been outside. I knew stuff was happening. And the energy is like really shifting. Then the earthquake happened in Alaska, and it just kept going off. So the energy is being sucked out. And where it's being sucked out, who knows if it's the aliens, the government, who's doing it? Does it actually pertain to the HARP system or not? I don't know who's going to help us get that answer. But anybody out there that has any awareness of getting into secret files, or if anybody's files or anything, what's going on, maybe they can hear it somehow. But they're not talking about what's happening in California, about how they drain the water out and all those kind of things, and why all those stories are out there. I'm not going to bring them all out. It's not my place. I mean, I don't want to get into that too deep. But
actually, one of my scenarios for the November scenario, I call it, is funny enough as either an asteroid strike or alien invasion.
Well, I know.
You know what? I think you got good odds there somewhere on one of those. Hello, John. Welcome back.
Okay.
I think
John back in.
You're very good to having close odds there. I think you should go to bookies and put some money on that.
John,
Yeah, exactly.
That stupid bar is over your face, just so you know. I don't know how to get rid of that bar.
Yes,
I mean, it shows
that message banner usually goes away, but it's not.
It's not, exactly.
John, what are you doing? We can't hear you, lovely. Can't hear you. Oh, bless him. It's good to see you, and welcome to the show.
Well, you can turn your mic on. Just say hi to us, John. Yeah, we'll trust you. Just turn the mic on.
We can't
say something. You. Tell us what's going on in your world.
Bless.
Maybe you're the host. The host with the most.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, man. Sorry, John. Turn on your mic. Turn on your mic, John. Go ahead. We'll let you.
You know, it's usually at the most chaotic moments where people have the most awareness
of
having
something stupid, and I didn't get to read it. Oh, man. My screen's just blacking out every couple minutes now. I don't know what's going on. What did she write? You know it's backwards, right?
I wrote it backwards because it comes up backwards.
What did you say? Talk on the mic or something?
I want to close the chat room down just for a second.
Okay. I don't know. Try it now.
Oh, there you go.
There you are.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Hello, John. Tell us a bit about
I'm on
yourself.
lunch. What's for lunch?
So, what are you interested in? Are you interested in the field of
Happy
ufology?
Happy birthday. Yeah, I'm 64, Tommy.
Oh, you're 64 today?
Friday.
Happy birthday.
Congratulations.
Yeah, happy late birthday.
Yeah, trick or treat.
I turned 68 in December, so.
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
Here's the thing. This show is like really getting nowhere right now, but people, I'm trying to explain is serious energy hitting the planet. It's aliens are trying to tell us that we're at this highest dimensional vibration. The UFO world's they're already brainwashed to believe that. They believe the Galactic Federation's helping us. They want to believe a lot of things. And I said, think about it. Why, after, say, 20,000 years, 30,000 years, you're going to turn around and help people do what? What are they going to help us do? All these people think they're going to help us do what? Become spiritual? Become loving people? We already are much more loving than they are. What can they help us do? People, I want you to wake up and not listen to every UFO person out there. They have no clue what they're talking about. Well, we saw a ship, and then we know the government. We know the government's doing a lot of things. If they disappeared tomorrow, would it matter to us? I don't think so. If Congress was taken away, would we care? We just have to replace it, and we should.
So if these beings have been around this planet, or perhaps are from our planet, perhaps, you know, we are on their planet, you know, I can't understand if they're that advanced why they haven't communicated more to the human race.
See, you know, they're not advanced. Technology doesn't make a person advanced.
No.
It gets them to a point where they understand energy and play with it. That's all. They don't understand death. Like, here's the thing. And now this is going to come out as fact real soon. And I'm going to explain this. The Greys were trying to pollinate, I call pollinate, with the Egyptians. All right. And they would bring their babies up into the ship, but they would die in 3 days. They left for a long period of time. Now they came back and they're taking children, and I guess somehow they figured a way to keep them alive. So a lot of the stories you hear about the Anunnaki and this race and that race, no, it's basically the Greys, because they're a dying race. They're trying to save themselves. They're not trying to save us. If you remember what Phil Snyder said, what happened to him, if you remember what was really going down, I mean, the Aztecs and the Mayans and all their prophecies, where did it get them? The whole concept of those ideas, it all has to do with Greys having birth, giving birth, taking them on a ship and everything. This is all going to come out real soon. It's in all the hieroglyphics they found in Mexico, just so you know. And I saw it. Somebody I know bought a lot of it. But it's incredibly scary, because when people say, well, they don't have a reason to be here, they have a reason. And it's not like we're going to accept the reasoning or even really understand it. But I told people many years ago, the Greys are dying and they need to try to survive, which is when they started re-abducting people again. But now they have a way to keep them alive, which is like the same way we can keep a Grey alive. We're growing Greys inside a base as well inside the United States.
Well, here's a question. I saw another one on Sunday, and like they flash in the sky. I mean, it's so obvious that it's them. But if they know that the average person can't do anything about it, why do they even bother flashing themselves or even, you know, revealing themselves?
Because they're mental. Sorry for a word. They're not as aware as we think they are. Just look at them. Do they look like us? No. Do you think they think like us? It's like saying, does an ant, a caterpillar, a butterfly, a dragon think like we do? They're not human. So the whole concept, they don't have feelings and emotions. So what do they think about? Well, we don't know if they like us. We want them to love us. If they wanted to love us, they'd come down and give everybody a gold brick. Love them. We'd all love them.
Right.
I mean, there's things they could do if they wanted that to happen. But then again, they've been wasting their time with me for a long period of time. And I'm begging them, saying, look, if you don't have anything better to do than stay up above blinking at me, you must have a pretty sad life. Because I'm calling you a fool. If you can't come down and talk to me personally, there's no reason to hang out there.
Right, because every night I see them, you know, flashing away on average like 1 to 3. And I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this information?
Well, here's information. I'm not going to give you the name of the site and the people because I don't have it in front of me. Next week, I'll tell you who they are. But it's a group. It's a big group. Like I said, it's all doctors, lawyers, physicists, psychiatrists. All these people are linked together in this UFO contact, energy, reincarnation, near-death. That's what they deal with.
Yeah.
But they're saying, and here's the thing, you just got to go outside and pray to them. Send them your prayers, send you want to talk to them, and be as honest as you can, and then they'll come and talk to you. He said he called them down in front of a whole bunch of people, and they're all saying, okay. I said, so what? They can sense your vibration. That's a definite. I know when I try to film a ship and they don't want me to, the camera stops or they disappear. Either way. And it's anytime. I saw the most incredible sighting, and I thought I filmed it, and my camera was completely dead, stopped. But then again, I was in Hawaii, where I am now, and a giant triangle ship came out from the mountains on the other side of town. All right, and basically, it was above my head, and I could hear it, see it. I took the camera out, thought I filmed it, and that didn't work at all. It didn't turn on, and the ship was gone within about 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So there's technology that they're way beyond us. Now, think about how, and this is a fact, aliens can drive. Oh, he's going to play a violin.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, okay. I thought I
Got
was.
something good to play? Is this going to be an alien song? Well, thank you for that. That uplifted everybody, I'm sure. I don't know where to. So, getting back to that point. So, we have to start waking people up. So, this show has been a little bit weird. I'm not going to tell everybody to send it to everybody because it's just so scattered today. Even though we were trying to get a lot of information out, I'm going to redo this show. If Tina can get back on sometime this week, we'll redo this. I will try to get some of this information out myself if I have to. But there's a lot of important information, especially even what's happening to Tina right now. It's impossible. Ask any scientist if it's possible, and they will tell you no. There's two things they're going to say. The Geiger count is broken, or they're going to say, you're just playing games on us. They'll have an excuse for it. Not that it's really happening, and why.
Or
you're
hiding uranium in your room somewhere.
No. Even if she did that, wait. Sandra,
Can you do past life regression on her?
If I was with her, I would. I wouldn't do it over the phone. I wouldn't do it over the internet either. I'd have to be with her because if there's demons, entities, anything trying to get in, like her alien friends, I'd want to be there to block it.
These are a different continent from me.
Well, Sasha, you realize radiation, if she had it in her room, it would be everywhere.
Well, yeah, I know, but
and it wouldn't be going on and off either. So radiation's a permanent thing, and it lasts.
So there's nothing near the telly when it comes to what's on Friday. We're going off. I hate this thing.
Well, Tina, can we go over the symptoms you have? Can we tell the people or no?
So, yeah, I had after one of my last experiences, my partner became really ill, and we went to hospital, and we both had the internal scans. We had the camera down the throat, and we both had markings inside of our gut and stomach and ulcers the same distance down. We were both ill, and he became severely ill, and he lost loads of weight, became ill. They said he had cancer and couldn't find it. And then I started losing hair. Chunks of my hair started falling out, and I had these little blisters and marks over me.
Oh, she froze.
My teeth. I lost my teeth.
She's losing her teeth. You froze, just so they know. She's losing her teeth. She's losing her hair. She's losing her fingernails. She's getting unconscious and falling downstairs.
No, yeah. And then I collapsed and headbutted a lamppost. Give herself a black eye.
They're keeping her alive, but they're playing with her body, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Not in a way we would perceive it as a good thing or a bad thing, but it's not in a good way I perceive it. So, and this radiation coming and going is definitely mind-boggling.
Yeah, you need to stop the headaches, guys. But yeah, second I'll pick it up and go, it starts going again.
I got to get a Geiger counter just to test to see if you and me, Sasha, if you're in your travels, you can get one or borrow one.
Where would somebody get radiation reading this high from?
This show is being hacked so bad.
And if I was getting radiation readings, this, you know, you can't get radiation readings like this anywhere.
Right.
Now we got his kitty cat. His
The
cat
only
saying
closest environment is maybe nuclear plants, and when you're flying high in the sky, that's about it.
I dream I fly. Oh, that's a pretty pretty cat.
See, nice kitty cat. See, she's sitting in her room. She's not on that thing that's moving. I mean, she's on planet Earth that's moving. But if the radiation was in the core of the Earth, it would be affecting everybody, not just her.
Right.
It doesn't affect it affects me.
Now, here's one thing. It was mentioned before about CERN. CERN produces radiation that could kill anybody up to like a couple miles.
Oh,
When
that's
it's
wonderful.
on, if it was broken open, but they got a freezer chamber around it if that ever happens, so it won't happen. But when they turn that machine, listen to Tina, this is important. When they turn the machine off, the radiation is gone. My brother wouldn't go into that because I don't know if he knows much about the idea and the technology behind that.
So how can radiation be present in my head and come out of my head, not my telly where it should come out?
If an energy field is being activated right now somehow, which aliens could probably do.
Yeah.
And I still believe it has to be with that. I don't see any other solution.
91 it got then.
It's bad. She just got that Geiger counter. It's not like it's years old or she threw it out the window and tried picking it up to see if it worked and nothing like that. But I will try to get one because they're pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Sasha, if you can get up one, we can really fine-tune this a little better, see if it's actually affecting anything, affecting you or me.
We take it into crop circles to measure the radiation. So it's microtester radiation, and it's got volts per meter on there to pick up.
So she went to a crop circle and she measured the radiation there.
Yeah.
So, this is mind-boggling what's going on.
By the way, guys.
Oh, Sasha, what's that? You got a Geiger counter. Yeah, they're going for about $40. Okay, check that out.
Oh, wow. That's
only $40.
It.
It's a nice looking Geiger counter.
Yeah.
Except if you buy it from China, it's going to take 3 months to get it. I'm serious. I just got batteries from.
This firm is from Glendora, California, so it'll be, if I buy it now, I'll get it by the 27th.
Oh, all right. That's cool. If I got money, a couple extra dollars.
I could do with one of them.
Well, that's cool. It's really cool. I think I'll do that too as well, Sasha. What's he playing the harmonica now? Everybody see the link? It's on Facebook. Oh, repaired electronic equipment. Oh, for other things. It's a company. So anybody listening want to see if they're radioactive, they should get one. When you go to the food store, check your food out. It wouldn't be a bad thing, but please don't let people see it. Put it in a paper bag because they'll be afraid you're going to prove that their food's radioactive and nobody will come in the store.
Stop beeping. If you go through anything that has like electronics or radiation, see, my screen is safe. My computer is safe. There's nothing on my screen on my computer. Put it against my head.
There was a guy. You remember the old Yahoo chat, Planet Earth, Beyond Planet Earth? There was a guy on there that said he can make cold fusion on his kitchen table from parts from a hardware store.
We heard he can make something.
I can make radiation through my skin.
Well, you know what they say, knowledge is power.
Well, if she could do that, the government would want her in a second.
What the hell do I've been giving up radioactive particles to everybody, been killing them.
But no, they can put you in a tube and let you be the power supply for it. No, they use radiation for power to create energy. A lot of things.
I can rest my feet, I'll be fine.
A lot of the satellites are using radiation. All right, as a power source.
That's where it's coming.
This is crazy. I'm sorry, people. I don't know if it's Spectrum that's having problems, aliens having problems, the government having problems. Somebody's having a problem out there. I can't get rid of that stupid bar on the screen, which is.
Oh, but don't do that. I've got a headache as it is.
Well, you know.
Right, Tommy, it's time for me to say goodbye.
Oh, you're leaving us already?
Yeah, it's 5 to the hour. We're not making much headway. My head's pounding.
No, we're not. Yeah, and I know you're tired. Look, people,
Yeah.
this has been a kind of bust today. We'll try to make it
This
better.
is what it looks like when karma's against you for some reason. My name's Bettina Barrett here in the UK, and I'm going to say goodbye for this evening. That's in Southampton in the UK. Tommy's from Hawaii. It's always a pleasure to speak with Tommy. He's great. And if you have any questions you would like answered, please email Tommy or you can message us or phone in.
Before Tina leaves, she just put her book out, everybody.
Oh, yes.
Tell me your book, please. Go ahead.
My book is The Guardians of the Light and the Brotherhood of the Night. There's the front page to it. You can buy it on Kindle for $4.99. The book is out for $9.99, and the hardback should be out next week. And it's by T.A. Bird. That's me. So that's The Guardians of Light and the Brotherhood of the Night on Kindle.
Send me the link, Tina, because I want to buy your book right away as well. But everybody,
I'll find you guys. I'll find you a copy when I see you. I'll send you some stuff.
I mean, it's not a biography, but it's reflecting
It's a story. It's a made-up story. It's a total fiction fantasy.
You know how world's all fiction anyway, so it's as real as it can get.
I've got 2 adult erotica books coming out near Christmas. I'm working on a children's book, and I'm going to put my alien abduction story out next year. I'm going for it to play the guitar because I've got a banging headache.
You're going to play the guitar to sing us goodbye.
All right, Tina.
Bye, Tina. It was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
Buy my book. Thank you.
Right, buy her book.
All right.
Take
Bye,
it easy,
Tina.
Tina. Bye, Tina. All right, people. It's just the 3 of us now. I'm not going to go too much longer because we got too many problems going on here. And I don't know why that stupid bar is on my screen. I can't get rid of it. I don't know, John. I don't know what's happening today. It's kind of weird. But everybody out there, keep your eyes open. Start listening, looking, checking out what events are going on. Like the earthquake in Alaska right now. It's the worst they ever had. And they didn't prophesize any tsunamis or anything. My belief system is if they create it, we don't get a tsunami. If it's a natural one, we can get a tsunami. So that's just my viewpoint. I can't prove it, but we didn't have any tsunamis in a long period of time. So I'm saying that they're creating a lot of the earthquakes, especially when it happened today, this morning, with all these people telling me the light beams are hitting everywhere last night and stuff. Something's going down, people. Hope you can hear it. Hope you see it.
Yeah.
Sasha, it's a pleasure. John, it was a pleasure. Well, we'll get this straight. I'll make sure that everything's working right before I turn on the show next week. Or if we do it this week, Tina's really busy. She's active in her job. She's got a cool job. I mean, it's something that I thought I would like to have half of my life as well. But until next time, you kind of heard it here. I wish we had it a little more together, but we don't. But we'll try next time. Sorry, people. It'll be better. Promise you. I'm going to be doing another show on my other site. And basically, I'll put the link out when I'm doing that. So keep your eyes open. Everything I do is on Facebook or YouTube. I mean, it gets stored on YouTube. So please, if you missed it, you can go on there and you can pull it up. So, like I said, I don't think everybody should push this one around. I mean, it had information, but in between all the problems, I don't think it's worth it. I'll try to clean it up for next time. So with that, everybody, peace, compassion, whatever you need in your life, hope you get it. Hope you're working to get what you need in your life and want. Don't let the government take it away. At least enjoy what you can while you can.
Yeah.
I started my fast, so today's going to be my first full day. I started yesterday at 12 o'clock at lunchtime. So I'm planning on doing it for 2 weeks. So if I look a little skinnier next week, you'll know why. So with that, goodbye, everybody. Till next time.
All right,
Bye,
Tom and
Sasha.
John. You guys
Bye,
take
John.
care.
See ya. Have a good day.
You too. I don't know what that bar is, and I can't remove it. I'm just going to tell them I'm having issues.